Okay, I hope the stream is live and healthy, yeah? Yep. It is getting stuck a bit. Let's see. Hello, welcome to the stream. What up? I have to still open either Photoshop. So it's a little different stream आज chill करने वाली stream है. We're gonna just work and maybe play थोड़े rounds. Wanna play something? What do you wanna play? आज तो काम वाला stream है bro. So like I've been asked a lot how I make my thumbnails, so I'm just gonna show that आज. So we have this. I normally go to Gemini and I make an image, or I have some stock images kept with me. I use them. So for now, let's make a different combination. Let's say I want to take Reina. I get in all my elements in the start. Let's just I'm just gonna start off because I don't I do have to make some thumbnails. And let's take a different background. Maybe yeah. Photoshop is not something that I was very familiar with. It's been a year of me working. I go and I adjust thoda basic color grading I work on. It depends honestly image to image. अभी इसमें मेरे को चाहिए थोड़े से darker shadows, let's say. Now overall this tone, do I want this or do I want this? Depends on me. I normally go with this and I add an tint when it comes to Lotus because that's how it is. And saturation I make sure to take it down so it's not like too bright on your eyes. I add in like some texture, not like a lot, a little bit of clarity, but I do end up dehazing almost every time. And vignette just gives a nice cinematic look to it, so I make sure to give it enough vignette. Like you can see the change immediately. It makes your this thing pop out much more. Oh yeah, there, much more. Another thing I like to do is add Gaussian blur, normally 0.9. Sometimes I take it up to 0. I mean 1 or 1 point something xyz. And yeah, so this basically takes basic stuff ours. Now when we are done with that, we import our cutout. I also personally like to get in this and just place it there so we know where it goes, like that. I don't add like a lot to my stream. It's just it just become a signature part, honestly. It just goes, oh sorry, and control A, and I adjust the color like a little, let's say that, and I make it, let's say this. Now we increase the size. I like the style where we overlap it. I guess it just pleases my eye, honestly. There's no other reason, honestly. Yeah, and then we just duplicate the layer. Doesn't matter. Put one below. This goes above. And now ये जो second layer रहती है, वो you just need to put down the fill capacity. You add in a stroke and you make it the same color normally, but it may change, it may differ person to person, whatever you guys like. Something that I like to do is add an outer glow effect. It just makes more sense to me. You can play with all the settings like the spread and all. I just like to keep it slight, like really soft, but I do like to have a nice size to it so you can see a definition. And range का भी वही है, like you guys can play along with the range and the type of glow you guys want. I've seen even this glow being used like a lot, if not this, you know. This is a little smoother, so even I normally go with this. You add in your glow. Now since you did add an outer glow, I would also suggest add a inner glow over here. You take that, you take that, just do okay. Now stroke का color कभी कभी चले जाता है आगे पीछे, that's alright. Inner glow, again you can just play with the things. Let me show you what I mean. Do you see it? I just do a very basic thing. Now it is suggested you add an inner glow to this with a little softer opacity like that, and size इसकी बढ़ा सकते हो तुम थोड़ा सा like that. Now it gives a very nice look. इसके ऊपर अपन normally what I do is I add a layer, I choose my brush tool, I play with the size and make sure it is a very similar color. You can play with it. You just add some dots, sparkle effect, what I like to call it, and you keep changing the size of the sparkle as well. Sparkle is such a cute word. Like that. And you can also make some like this and this, you know. And then you take this below, obviously. Now the layer that you do add these things, you can do is go and make it an overlay. You know, it gives a very nice subtle color look to it. See, this. It's a very nice look to it. ये सब करने के बाद what I do is I add another layer. I take it just behind the cutout. I again take my brush. Let's just lower the size to somewhere around 155. Yeah. And you add a soft glow to your character, so it just pops out a little better, honestly, like this. On both the sides. I normally do it around the entire character. I've seen people do it for maybe, you know, just one side and all. But for me, this looks the best. For me. And you get the point. This just stays here. So we're done with that. In the end, what I like to do is I have a overlay which I've picked out and I just screen it. I normally screen it more than overlay because this is what happens in overlay. But if you do an overlay and you do the fill less like that and opacity down, and you can increase the fill, that works too. But personally, I always just liked screen because it gives a nice cleaner look to it, I suppose. And yeah, that's how I end up making a thumbnail. I just like I have a very messy thing. I just end up saving it. I just have to make sure every time because it's YT. So we've used this same cutout just in a different location. So, and there's a silver over here if you can see added. I save it here. Yes, I don't really care about the name. You shouldn't be caring about the name. And then, okay, wait a second. Yeah, once you're done with that, you know what I just realized? Okay, anyways, let's just continue. Uh, s- what did I do? Did I not export it? Once you export it, you see the size here, and you should probably have that checked. But yeah, this is how I made this one. And then let's say I want to make another one that is saved. And when you go into my thumbnails, you'll see this is what we just ended up making very quickly in about 10 minutes. It took us max 10 minutes. You can see it looks quite professional, so you guys can try it out. Now what I want to try is making uh, one with sky, which I haven't tried yet. Like, I don't know. So sky ke colors will go in a good contrast with corrode, I feel. So we'll just get the corrode on. We'll again repeat our steps over here. For example, I'm just gonna show you guys. इसमें temperature I don't wanna go warm, I wanna go cold. And tint I wanna go this side. It gives a colder look. Vibrance you can add on. Saturation always pull it down. For me, texture add in कर सकते हो तुम इसमें कितना भी. Clarity, a little bit of dehaze and a good vignette. So now you can see. Oh fuck, the difference. The difference is quite big. Yeah, and then you quickly add in a blur, Gaussian blur. Should be good. Like we did last time, we'll get sky in, done, remove background. Until then, we'll quickly get in our live and put it down, put it here, adjust it accordingly. Now, this is our PNG after getting the background removed. This is a little different art style. So let's say this should be good. This is what we have right now. In this, what I again do is we'll type in itsGza. If it goes, yeah, there you go. And this time we're gonna go with the color green, like somewhere around that. Okay, we need to turn the size up by a lot. Just okay, not itna, probably take it down like a notch. You do that, you put it here. You okay, now what I feel is this is too, we need it a little here. Yeah, make changes according to you, because you eventually get an idea of how to do it. After you duplicate the layer, I'll put the original down here, put this above, hide it for now. And then जो कॉपी है उसको ओपन करके फिल ओपेसिटी नीचे करके स्ट्रोक ऐड करके सेम कलर. ओके, that's all you do here, and you'll get this. It goes around the cutout very beautifully. You can do this. Now here's an interesting part. Unlike the last thumbnail that we made, which was basically adding the inner and outer glow to the outline copy of the layer, you go back to the original, not this one but the original one. You go in the original and see the difference. You add an outer glow color over here, do okay, and it just looks cleaner. So I can add it, let's say the size. I can just play with the size a little. Spread, spread should be lower than the size always. And yeah, baki ka looks good to me. And if you want on the same layer, I'll show you the inner glow. Inner glow this, and okay. And what you can do here is opacity इसकी नीचे ला सकते हो तुम. Make sure the blend mode is screen, by the way. इसकी opacity तुम थोड़ा सा नीचे ला सकते हो, just to give it that look. But I've always just liked the outer glow when it comes to the art style of this, like the cartoonish one. This is sky. So yeah, and then when you turn that on, just repeat the steps basically, guys. अभी इसमें let's say, oh, also it needs a new layer always. थोड़ा बढ़ा देते and थोड़ा और 160 के आसपास, just to make it look a little more interesting. I add varied sizes, and then this mode goes back on screen or overlay. Screen भी अच्छा लगता है, so let's say I'll put it on screen. And इसमें we haven't added a, so the layer 2, it goes just behind the character. Again, we get our brush tool out, we just highlight the character slightly just to make it pop out, and then you do that, just adjust the sizing of the brush, and yeah, you're pretty much done. Slight low, and you can even give a pop out to your gun, and you take it a little more down and you do this. Now that is something I didn't like, so I'll just do Ctrl Z, and you'll take it down to let's say half of that and do both sides of this. There you go, you have a nice glow effect. And our last step, as per usual, will be taking the overlay, putting it as screen. There you go, a thumbnail custom made for you for literally any situation. You can use the same steps and you'll be fine. You can go down to desktop, save, yes, okay, file, export. Instead of quick export, you should always check the MB, because YouTube does not allow anything 2 MB and above. So even if it is 1.9, it's fine, but if it is 2 MB, it is not fine. So you'll have to make sure that it is below 2 MB, it is 1.9 MB and below per se. So this is 1.8, we are okay with that. You export it, I'll save it right here. Yes, now we are done. We're pretty much done making this. This is the whole thing that I go through to make every thumbnail. I'm still learning how to make IRL thumbnails which include me on there, because that's a little more complicated, but I'm learning. It'll take time, but I'm learning. We'll just quickly close this. Let's save that. Should we give it a look? I'll show you the 2 thumbnails we just made. The first thumbnail is, where did abhi अपन ने जो बनाया वो किधर गया? Did we save it in here? Okay, there's some issue, but okay. This is the one thumbnail we've made right now, which we can definitely use. And let's just open Adobe. Bro, the another thumbnail that we made for Reena, it's missing. I don't know. I don't know how. You can see it's missing. I think I'll check that out later, I suppose. I don't know, bro. Yeah, it's fine. You can just put it in here for now. What is this? Oh, this was a piece of art that I was gonna make. But yeah, you guys pretty much have the idea now. I will just quickly, that's actually fine, I don't need to change it. So we have our whole thing of how do I make my thumbnails like that. I can clip it and I can use it as a video in the future, I suppose, or maybe just today I'll upload it as a different video of how I make thumbnails. Very simple, very easy, very quick. 15 minutes tops for one thumbnail once you get used to it, below 10 minutes. In 20 minutes we made 2 thumbnails. It's 20 minutes since we started the stream. So it's somewhere around 9 minutes, 8 minutes per thumbnail today. But when I started, it took me good 30 to 40 minutes just to figure everything out, because in the start, you're always looking to get it perfect, the best, and you need to just learn with time that imperfections are a part of it. Now, the YouTube thumbnail cannot be HHHD or maybe like UHD is what I mean. The YouTube thumbnail does not need to be UHD because YouTube does not allow very high quality anyways. So if it's a little blurry, doesn't matter, because on your phone screen you're gonna look at it in a very small square. On your laptop you're gonna look at it like right that much. Doesn't really matter. So I would suggest you try and not go for just perfect. The imperfections make it perfect in a way. Now today's stream is more about the talking and working part, so I'm just gonna do my research all on this. Very honestly, I don't have anything that I hide per se. Let's just open Discord, and I think Discord has a mode that automatically hides the info, right? I hope so. Let me just check it out. uh, yes, let me see. Okay, so this is my channel, and yep. So I've set this up. काउंटिंग में क्या हुआ है 21. Nice. What up? Okay, so is it left? Okay, wait, what? Huh, okay. Brad randomly. What did we invite? I don't remember this guy joining. Okay, he did. Never mind. I might have not remembered. No worries. Uh, what I did want. Why am I offline? Oh, because my status. Okay, makes sense. What I did want to show you guys. Luffy is online. Yeah. What I did want to show you guys is this is the server, and we have been working on the server. These are a few other servers that I am a part of. This server is quite fun. This is an old server of a friend of mine. Oh, I didn't know there are other girls who play Valor that I know of. But that's nice. I did put in a poll if anyone wants to go in a custom, but I haven't gotten a good response. I mean, a lot of people ask on stream, and I always redirect them towards the Discord so that we have everything in one place. But it'll take time, which I completely understand. Now, today in this stream, you're mainly just seeing my workflow and the workflow ka stream of how it goes. Now, because I have a video that I have in mind, what I do is normally, I go to Gemini. Let's say we make a new chat. I tell Gemini my concept of what the script is. It gives me a good script. I edit it according to me if I ever need to, because most of the time I do not need to. But if I do need to, I make the changes. For example, let's say my current script idea is you are. Oh, I want to explain. Let's say So this is what I do. uh, same shit bro. Now this is my concept that I explained it to ChatGPT, where I do not need to do everything on my own. Just an assistant, a free assistant that we have, and you should all use it just as a help, not as a dependent. I do not depend on it because I normally come up with the concept. I normally have an outline of the script that I explain, and only then I make sure to, do this. Because if you go to it, just give me a script for my YT video. That's not how it is. I know I want to talk about, you know, economy in Valorant. So accordingly, I explain my concept, how I want it divided, how many minutes, everything. And when you hit enter, it'll give you a script, which you then go into Adobe Podcast and you record it. Adobe Podcast is a free platform. You can go check it out. It's very nice. See, like this. So you go into, oh fuck, my bad. You don't go there, or you can go there. Oh, they changed it. Never mind. It used to glitch. You you go right there, and you know what I just realized? थोड़ा सा है ना, ये थोड़ा सा ओवरलैप हो गया है. So the display capture, I'm just going to do that. Yeah, better. And now we lock it in. Yeah. Yeah. So now it'll give me this deliberate, calm, punchy, whatever it is, extra, extra, extra. I have even asked it to give me some scenes just for my inspiration, but most of the time I do not take those. Not really needed. We think Valorant is a game about clicking heads. It's not. It's a game of accounting played with bullets before the barriers even drop. The round is already being decided, etc., etc., etc. Oh, hello, Myth. Oi, oi. Yeah. So, for us, it's already giving us a narrative. I wanted it into a narrative, visually aesthetic video. So it's given me all of that. You go through the voiceover ones, you go into Adobe Podcast, where you hit record right here, and it will record your voice. It will cut out the breaks. Your background is quite cleaned out, isme, even if your mic isn't the best. Thankfully, excellent mic, excellent mic. I would highly recommend getting this if you're into gaming, because these cost me like 4K, but the feel is quite premium and the mic is actually quite awesome. So you go into this website, you record, you edit it accordingly. Either both options aate hai, very simple recording and editing. Even on this, you export it as WAV file, not as an MP3 or an MP4, because WAV is a higher format, a little cleaner. So you take your clips, the voiceover that you just did, into Premiere Pro, After Effects, whatever you want, and you make the changes. So that's how I make my videos, for because there were a lot of questions regarding the videos and the thumbnail. So we've covered these two things. And I also have my script for the next video ready. So we are pretty much well off, I would say, for today's working part. The next thing that I've been thinking to do is we'll go into our gameplay. We'll go into our gameplay and let's go into Valorant. One thing, actually, let me just go back for a second. Right. Why is my net so fucking low? My internet router is like right outside my window. Right outside window, right outside my door. That's like 10 steps away. 10. Oh wow, we have a lot of things running. Let's quit Discord and let's open Riot. We are gonna change our name. We will change our name to, I've thought of a few ideas. I wanted to change it to like something that is now it's laggy. Is it better now? I hope it is better now. Yeah, so we're changing our name to itsGza, or maybe actually Gza, and our tagline is gonna be 1203, or maybe YT on 1203 Gza YT. How about Gza YT? I think I should keep it as Gza YT. Should we save it? I saved it. Now the next time I can change it is after 90 days, that's 2 months, on 6th of April. Okay. Gza YT. Sounds nice to me. Ah! Your was verified on the player. Yeah, thank you. Luffy is also online Swift में है. इसको अपन invite करके रखते हैं. I am more in the mood for Swifts right now because... And how do you guys... Oh fuck, I forgot. My bad. My bad. Hello. Streaming just started. Bhai, I was streaming today, more of a chill stream. I was showing how I make my thumbnails, how I script my videos and all. And बहुत जल्दी हो गया. I thought it'll take long.
वाह WW.
W's. ये तू लाइव है क्या? हेलो.
Yes.
अच्छा. स्विफ्ट चालू. कितना चल रहा है तेरा?
Last round है.
चल ठीक है, तेरा होने के बाद बोल. I'll exit the range. And wait, I'll change my settings to push and talk, so stream का और तेरा mix नहीं होगा.
Okay.
My ultimate's ready.
Okay.
My ultimate is ready.
Audio, voice chat, push to talk. There you go. Now my voice shouldn't be disturbing Luffy. He's also live because... Now, I know a lot of people have told me that this... Rematch confirm. हाँ, आई एक सेकेंड. ओ ब्रो, मेरे को ये स्किन चाहिए यार, और बाय वन टैप वाली फैंटम.
वो ले लिया क्या शॉप में जो आया था?
नहीं यार, अभी लेना है मेरे को. मम्मी, अरे सीन क्या हुआ है तेरे को बोलूँ क्या? मेरा यूपीआई का सीन हुआ. आई स्वेयर मैंने किया था. वेट एक सेकेंड. क्या है? बाइंड है. बाइंड पे रहना भी चलेगी, ये भी चलेगा. अरे ओके चल. तो मेरा सीन हुआ कि आई ट्राइड. मैं क्या सोची थी, अपन पैसे डाल के रखते हैं सो दैट आवर डिटेल्स वी डोंट हैव टू क्लोज ओपन स्ट्रीम पे हाइड ऑन, वो सब नहीं करना पड़ेगा. तो मैंने सोचा वो करके रखते हैं. मैंने यूपीआई पे किया, इधर से ट्रांजैक्शन फेल हो गया मेरी तरफ से. पैसे गए एंड 5 मिनट में वापस आ गए मेरे को. लेकिन नाउ दैट आई एम ट्राइंग टू ऐड, उसके बाद से इट्स सेइंग दैट आई एम बैंड फ्रॉम एडिंग पॉइंट्स फॉर द नेक्स्ट 20 आवर्स.
है?
सो मैं अभी कार्ड लेके बैठी हूँ.
मतलब वैलो पॉइंट, मतलब वैलोरेंट से ही?
हाँ, इट्स गिविंग मी अ मैसेज, यू कैन नॉट डू एनी मोर ट्रांजैक्शंस फॉर द नेक्स्ट 20 आवर्स.
What the hell, ये क्या था?
या सो आई वाज लाइक फक इट, मैं कार्ड पे से ट्राई करती हूँ, मैं कार्ड लेके बैठी हूँ, ये गेम के बाद है ना 2 मिनट रुक, मैं करती हूँ वो, भूल गई वो करने को मैं।
ओके ओके, ठीक है ठीक है।
चैट
रूटर से नहीं कर रहे हैं?
भाई, रूटर पे ये क्या बोलते, तेरे को बोलूँ क्या, रुक, मेरे को रूटर का कोई तो बोला यू आर लैगिंग और इट्स मी,
क्योंकि मैंने भी रूटर से
आई
ही
एम
कर रहा है
लैगिंग।
ना, तो इसीलिए बोल रहा था।
भाई रूटर से आई वाज थिंकिंग कि रूट, अरे यार मेरे को हाई पिंग आ रही, 144 क्या रहता है, मेरी स्ट्रीम भी लैग हो रही।
कुछ इश्यू रहेगा, हाँ ठीक हो गया पिंग।
हाँ पिंग ठीक हो गया, लेकिन स्ट्रीम फिर भी लैग हो रही है। वन, अभी भी वन देख, अभी भी स्पाइक हो रही भाई।
डैम 700,000 जा रही।
ये क्या हो रहा है? ओके फक नो, आई कांट प्ले लाइक दिस। भाई ये क्यों होता,
Yo,
क्या ये, क्या है
go
ये?
A, go A. Slow. पीछे से
चैट व्हाट द
backstab
फक एम
करेगा
आई
मैं।
सपोज्ड टू डू?
Gaps हो गया।
Everyone having fun? If you're not, you're in the wrong line of work.
क्या हो गया पिंग को?
भाई देख ना कितना जा रही है, पता नहीं क्या करूं मैं, दरवाजा खोल के रुकूं क्या, रुक, is it because the net router is fucking far, because I don't know what else can it be. I'm not buying actually, wait.
Enemy A. Enemy A. Reloading.
हाँ हैं?
Yo,
Spike down A. One enemy remaining. Refreshing.
मैंने टीपी क्यों किया?
Last player standing.
Guys, I'm gonna have to restart the stream.
ऐसा लक होना चाहिए।